Why are you doing that? But that's what presidents do every time.
I didn't mean to do that.
Every time they pardon somebody. So I'm not sure why
we're
the
at
pearl
Whoopi.
clutching is happening now.
Talking
except
about
that that's what folks want to do. But it seems
the inverse nepotism of Trump's administration. Just all the people that were just named. I'm going to go back on this video because I accidentally ended the last one I was recording. But all the people that Trump administration pardoned, all these people who were close to him,
prosecuted for a crime that kind of a normal person who had committed the same crime would almost certainly not be prosecuted for. And Joe Biden bent over backwards not to intervene in order to show, sort of how much of a respecter of norms he was, unlike Donald Trump. But we see kind of what that got him. And I certainly understand why, why he would not want to forfeit the future and life of his son to uphold a set of norms that are about to go up in smoke.
In other words, Donald Trump's blatant use of power and precedent he set is good enough for Joe Biden to do the same, considering the fact that he told everyone that he wouldn't pardon his son to show just how much he respects the judicial system. But since that principle didn't win the Democrats any political points, he's ready to adjust to America's new normal of openly admitting that, yes, the rich and powerful are above the law.
I kind of feel like I look at the list of folks that who pardoned during the first term. He granted 237 acts of clemency, 143 pardons, and 94 commutations, including Michael Flynn, Roger Stone, Paul Manafort, Charles Kushner, Steve Bannon, George Papadopoulos, Albert Pirro,
Trump criminal allies.
Everybody.
I forgot about Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. So
And Little Wayne.
It is
You can't forget Little Wayne.
People can say, "Oh, why are you doing that?" But that's what presidents do every time. They do it every time they pardon somebody. So I'm not sure why the pearl clutching is happening now, except that that's what folks want to do. But it seems kind of foolish. You kind of knew he was going to do it, given all that's happened, but maybe I'm just kooky.
I think sometimes, unfortunately, in this country, there are two sets of justice, right? I, too, have many family members convicted of felonies, marijuana, related to marijuana. They haven't been able to get positions in certain places. They haven't even been able to get housing in certain places. When I applied to be a federal prosecutor, there was a checkbox. If you're a felon, explain the circumstances, and you were more than likely not to get that. Now, as Whoopi said, that we have a convicted felon in the White House, those questions should not be asked of anyone, anytime, anywhere. That is the bottom line.
Woo, yes. You should stop asking them questions.
Felon by voters.
Because Trump is a felon. He's a criminal. He's a convicted rapist.
To follow a moral code that many citizens never expected of Donald Trump.
So please, with the hypocritical,
he's made his way to the White House, not once but twice.
Said it really well. No U.S. attorney would have charged this case given the underlying facts that have been investigated for 5 years. Less than, get this, 0.09% of people are indicted, prosecuted, charged, and found guilty of lying on a gun form. The only reason that Hunter Biden was gone after and charged, indicted, and found guilty was because his name wasn't Joe Smith, it was Hunter Biden. And that's the truth of it. You've got Eric Holder saying it, you've got former prosecutors like myself saying it. So,
Wait.
I think one of the reasons why he didn't admit it earlier was because he didn't know that the felon-in-chief would become the next president.
It might be time we stop detailing the specific facts
Felon-in-chief.
Consistency
Woo.
behind powerful families and friends.
Trump's got a new nickname, Felon-in-Chief.
Does. Both Democrats and Republicans carry this image of being the moral party in different ways. And since Trump has allowed Republicans to openly accept depravity while still somehow keeping the image of morality to enough voters to win elections, Democrats look like they're ready to openly bypass the same fake veneer of principles too. But all their voters might not be on board.
Hunter was singled out because he broke the law. That's number one. He was singled out because he had an illegal gun and tax evasion charges, not because he was the president's son. And I honestly don't care. I just want Democrats to stop acting like they are on this moral high ground politically.
Shut the hell up, Charlamagne.
skipping the primary process when Biden
You
stepped down.
cooning
That
right
Biden
now,
pardoning his
Charlamagne.
son. Stop acting like y'all the pure party and Republicans aren't. And it also shows me elected officials can do whatever they want
Neither
as long as they
party
have the
is
political
all
will
good.
and courage to do it.
I just hope Charlamagne realizes that many people that have
Both
experienced
parties
the
are
biases
kind
and
of
shortcomings of our
shitheads.
judicial system already knew
It's just they're
that most
shitty in
politicians,
different
regardless of
ways.
their party affiliation, aren't actually moral or believe in equality and access to the American dream that we all brag about. Biden's Republican detractors don't actually think that he or Trump are moral beings. They're only interested in coming off like they care about this, or think that it's a miscarriage of justice. The purpose from either side is to advance their political team's electoral success, partially under the guise that they're more principled. So the outrage is completely empty.
Joe Biden, and the Democrats, after probably saying no less than 9,482 times unequivocally that Joe Biden would not pardon Hunter Biden if Trump was elected.
The president would not pardon or commute the sentence for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying it would not.
It's still a no.
He'd have to go through the jury system. Nobody's above the law, blah, blah, blah. What's he do? Of course he pardons them. Of course he does. Not only that, it's like for 11 years. So anything he could possibly done in the history of time, he is pardoned for. So any Democrat, and a lot
You know what? I'm really okay with this.
Liar Biden and Democrats are. Can you believe it? They always.
I'm okay with Biden, Hunter.
Your brain is broken.
Setting Hunter
Your brain is
free.
broken. You don't get it.
Giving
Because here's
Hunter
the
a
thing.
pardon.
What the Democrats have done for, 12 years, have taken this moral high ground that we're the righteous party, the truth, honesty, integrity, and Trump is a threat to democracy. He's Hitler and he's a Nazi and this and that.
He
And
is.
the Democrats, whether it's the primary or this, time and again,
He is
they're
most
worse
definitely
than
a
anything
threat
Trump's ever
to
done.
this
You guys are
country.
scumbag liars, and you prove it time and again.
Okay, there are so many reasons that Trump should have never been president the first time. It's like, there's even more reasons that he shouldn't have been president the second time. And these stupid ass white folks who literally have voted against their own best personal interests time and time again. And these Latinos, these Hispanics, all these groups of ethnic people who feel free and comfortable and safe putting Caucasian as their ethnicity on their identity, knowing damn well that their ancestors came somewhere from the jungles of Asia to the jungles of Central America. It's like all these people, just because they're not black, not a bronze ebony skin, they feel like I can put Caucasian on my ID and be okay. And that is something that has shocked me and surprised me for multiple decades at this point, because I have a lot of friends who have Caucasian on their identity when they're Asian American. I mean, more specifically, Chinese, Laotian, Japanese, Korean American homies that all have Caucasian on their IDs. Some Latino, some Mexicans. Like, I've got Mexican cousins who are as tan as me, who have Caucasian on their IDs, on their driver's license. And it's like, it's hilarious. It's hilarious because I, as an ethnically mixed person, I can't put Caucasian on my ID. I mean, I can try. It's an absolute fact that I have white ancestry somewhere in my lineage. It's like, my dad was a light, bright Negro with green eyes. It's like, as a baby, I had blue eyes, and they changed to green before landing on Hazel. Like, oh man. So yeah, these white folks.
Again, and this is just the latest in a long line with Hunter Biden.
Dave Portnoy is acting like he's triggered over Biden lying to everyone that he wouldn't pardon his son. That's the obvious lie that he's acting like he's losing his mind over? You ever notice that opposing voices are never outraged over Biden's lie about less domestic drilling, when his policies were even more Republican than Trump's? They never freak out over the fact that he's seen as being anti-police, when his policies actually funded police to levels Republicans would admire. And even though they act like he's somehow protecting Hamas and not funding Netanyahu's genocide against Palestinians, they definitely won't acknowledge that in order for forces to murder the more than 45,000 innocent people that they have, they couldn't have done it without Biden's help, which they'll celebrate when Trump continues it. I just think it's about time we as Americans stop gasping and acting like too many of us don't support and condone terrible actions by our leaders, as long as they have the correct letter next to their name. They have regular Americans fighting over their decisions to pardon their families, best friends, and political lackeys as if it affects our lives, when it's all just politics.
Joe Biden, for 50 years in public office, has always pridefully boasted about his word as a Biden. And I guess we now know that his word as a Biden is trash. For months, he and his White House spokespersons promised the American people they wouldn't pardon Hunter Biden. But not only did he lie to them about that, look at the scope of the pardon. It's far beyond the offenses for which he was convicted. It's any crime he committed whatsoever for 11 years, which raises the question, what crimes does Joe Biden think his son has been committing for the last decade plus? It also raised the question of whether Joe Biden is going to pardon his brother as well, who was up to his neck in the Biden family influence peddling operation. I would ask Joe Biden to commit not to pardon his brother, but again, we now know that his word as a Biden, especially about pardons, is trash.
Yeah, I'm going to say that is BS, that is crap, and as many as many pardons that Trump handed out to who knows, I gotta pull this list up, because Trump pardoned a lot of people, and they said in the video, but I don't know exactly when that was. List of PARD. DENS. Okay. And we've got Wiki. Of course. All right, list of people Trump pardoned. Supporters and political allies. Okay. Trump uses executive clemency for 125 years. The key advisors to the president on, get rid of this. Where the pardon? Supporters and political allies. Trump used the pardon power was marked by an unexpected degree of favoritism. Oh, fucking favoritism is such a funny word to me to see written. Okay. He frequently granted executive clemency to his supporters or political allies or following personal applies to the president. Or campaigns and conservative media, as in the case of, what is that, Rob Blog, Begovovich, Michael Macon, Joe Arpanello, Dinesh D'Souza, Clint Allen Lawrence, as well as, what's his name? Bernard Kornick, Paul Manafort, Roger Stone, Michael Flynn, Stephen Byrne, and George Papadopoulos. And requests by celebrities. Kim Kardashian asked him to pardon Alice Marie Jackson. Yeah, she was she had been convicted for drug trafficking, but she didn't do shit. It was actually her baby daddy. And that was one of those situations, like, I will say this about Kim Kardashian. She did a good job at trying to get women free who were left holding the bag because of their man. Because, like, that is a big problem with women behind bars in America. Is that a lot of women are locked up in prison because either their man was selling and they was holding it for them, or they were selling themselves, trying to get on deck, trying to support their kids. Like, so yeah. Okay, military personnel accused or convicted of war crimes. Trump granted executive clemency to 3 court-martialed U.S. Marines who accused of and convicted of war crimes in Iraq and Afghanistan. Right. I don't know. These people were. I mean, but that again just shows like he pardoned war criminals. It's like, so I'm very much still continually in the camp of fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. And yeah, like, thank you, Biden, for doing what you can on your way out. That's all I can ask for and hope for is, yeah, do what you can on your way out, because we need all the help we can get before Trump takes office. Because who knows what is really about to go on, what's really going down. Because, yeah, Project 2025 lists Trump's name a significantly lot of times. Like, I believe his name is listed over 1,000 times. So there's a lot to be alarmed about. There's a lot to be worried. But yeah. I'm trying to be the best optimist I can, but it's getting hard. But help me be optimistic and build this channel. Hit any of the links down below. Sign up to my Patreon. Yeah, I mean, give what you can. Hell, you could just make a one-time donation to my Cash App, or buy me a coffee. But thank you for watching, and like, share, comment. But things will hopefully get better. I mean, we got 2 years to coast off of Biden and Kamala's economy. Let's just hope there's not a rise in COVID again and we lose another third of the American working force. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hope you the best. Yeah, hope for the best. Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. Until next time, peace.